Hey there, Internet. Bearded Bristol back with a little Saturday morning coffee and conversation. That's right, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning, so I have put, well, just coffee in this here mug. So, guess I'm not drinking all day. Also, won't be golfing. I know most of you don't care about that, but I do. It's about a 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts today, and my golf game just is not good enough to play through that without breaking my clubs, throwing them into ponds, running them over with the cart, all the fun stuff you do when you hate golf. Uh, anyway, want to dive in to a little thing called personal responsibility. Yes, we've talked about it before. And I'm sure that you feel you're taking the adequate amount of responsibility for your own actions, and frankly, maybe you are. Uh, I probably don't, but I've gotten much better at it. I got tired of watching my life spiral out of control in many ways and trying to figure out whose problem that was. Why is this happening to me? I'm a good person. I work hard. Why don't I have any money? Why do my relationships suck? It must be somebody else's fault. My boss is no good. He doesn't recognize my skills, talents, and abilities. My spouse doesn't appreciate me. My friends take advantage of me. I'm guessing these are some common themes that we've all dealt with over time. And I just flat got tired of it. And amazing. When I took a good hard look in the mirror and said, hey, you stupid, work harder, find a job that pays better, stand up for yourself. I'll be damned if things didn't start getting better. I know that's crazy talk, especially today, where we're in a society where government blames everybody but the individual in an attempt for re-election. Because if government tells you it's somebody else's fault, and then they try to craft laws or give you free money to prove it, you're beholden to them and therefore must re-elect them to office. That's right. That makes it almost sound like government doesn't really care about you. Is that possible? I mean, that's not what they say. They say they care. They care lots. They care so much that they want to defund the police. They care so much that they want to shut down all of the people coming across the border. Well, I mean, they kind of say those things, but it's always somebody else's fault. Now let's just take this back to the beginning. Like I said, I went through a stretch where I blamed everybody for everything, and my life was kind of in the tank. I was still a pretty happy person, but I wasn't doing the things I wanted to do, and good grief was my financial house in the shitter. I kind of woke up one day and just said, you know what? Maybe I should find a job where I make more money. And I'll be doggone, it took a little while, but I found one, and by no means am I rich. I am still very comfortably on probably the lower end of the middle class if you want to get right down to brass tacks. But I'm in much better shape now than I was, say, 5 years ago. Because, like I said, I looked in the mirror and I said, you know what? This is your fault. You're the one that's making yourself miserable. You're the one who's not making enough money, not because of your boss, not because you're underappreciated. Well, maybe because I was underappreciated. But toughing it out in that environment was not going to change things. I had to change things. So I started looking for new jobs. I started looking for new occupations. And I found one. And I like it. And I'm better compensated for it. I had some friends that were taking advantage of me. Guess what? I moved on. Wasn't easy to do. You can't just close the book on a lot of that stuff. But you find better friends, you're going to find yourself in better circumstances, I guarantee it. Friends that have positive influence, bring positive assets to the table, are going to influence you in a positive way. Those that have negative assets, negative attitudes, the 100% cynic or pessimist in our life, and I'm sure we've all got one or two of those that we know of, will bring you down if you expose yourself too much to it. So better your circumstances, better your mindset, and you're going to better your outcomes. It's really just that simple. And in the meantime, let's stop blaming other people for our problems just because the government says it's somebody else's fault. You know, the rich really do kind of pay their fair share of taxes. You can look it up. Criminals do commit crimes. It's not always the police officer's fault. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. But you do bad things, you can expect bad consequences. It's that simple. We are not living in an extremely polarized or racist society right now. I am willing to venture that 70% of the people agree on 70% of the issues. But the media is not going to allow that to be widely known, because if we all got along, if we all admitted that we agree on most issues, all of a sudden those scapegoats start to dematerialize. They flat out start to disappear, because we start to realize that each of us is human. We each bring things to the table that we can agree on. We bring things to the table that we can disagree on. But we are by and large still all very similar people. But the media, the government, want us to blame each other for everything so that we turn to the government for a solution. Here's a thought. This one's kind of fun. How about this? Blame the government for a lot of the problems that we face today. Those people that continually legislate behavior create problems so that they are the only ones who can theoretically create solutions. And how do they do that? By increasing taxes, by taking more money out of your pocket, by legislating your behavior and the behaviors of others. You know, somebody gets shot, blame guns. Don't blame the behavior of the person who shot 6 people. We don't do deep dive self-examinations on things like that. We blame others. And as a consequence, like I say, government gets to legislate, and then we get to re-elect government, and then they get to raise their own pay because they've protected you from you, and it's nonsense. 2 things government needs to do: stay out of my pockets and stay out of my bedroom. That's kind of the 2 things that government really, really needs to do. And what are they not doing? Either of those things. It doesn't matter what it is. They want to legislate over men's and women's bodies. They want to legislate over gender and sex. They want to legislate over every stinking penny we've got so that they can grow government to better protect us from who? Ourselves. Why? Because we empower them by not taking responsibility for our own actions. As long as we blame others and not look at ourselves at fault for anything, government can grow, expand, and steal money from you, which then does, I don't know, make you unhappy. Why is my paycheck so small? Oh, because we wanted a bunch of free stuff from the government. How about this? Fix your own damn problems. Keep more of your own damn money. It's really kind of that simple if you really want to scratch and dig at it. It's about all I got for this Saturday morning. Not a perfect little lecture, not necessarily the happiest thing on the world to talk about on a bright, sunny spring day. So I am going to better myself by doing a little workout, smoking a pipe because I can, drinking some more coffee, and just generally enjoying the fact that I am creating a world that I myself want to live in, even if it's just within this room. But it's mine through decisions I made, positive, some negative. But I'm creating the world I want to live in for me. You can do it too. I guarantee it.